everyone, so today I'm doing another questions and answer video. I love doing these and you guys seem to enjoy them, and I had a ton of questions, I think like 900, so I just felt obligated to answer a few more. And of course I'm answering these as always from my Facebook fan page, so if you are not liked on my Facebook fan page you might want to do that if you want a chance to be featured in a questions video. So I'm going to go ahead and just get the questions up and then get started. Brooklyn asked, what college do you want to go to? And I still have a little bit more time to figure this out, but I always have mentioned that I wanted to go to SMU. That's where my mom went, and I really like Dallas. I have a lot of family in Dallas. Plus, it's close enough to Austin so I could come home, but it's also far enough away where I feel like I could, kind of grow up and like be my own person, have the whole college experience. I also think TCU is a good option. I know a lot of kids from my high school are going to TCU, and that's in Fort Worth, so again, pretty close to Dallas. So those are probably the two schools that I am considering. Jenny says, do you like the way you do school now, or did you like public school? If you guys did not know, I'm actually doing online schooling through the University of Texas, so I'm not homeschooled. My mom isn't teaching me, my parents are not teaching me. It's the same stuff that I'd be learning in public school, but it's online, and I have professors that I go to and see, and I take my courses like that. So I know a lot of people have asked about my schooling and such, and that's what I'm doing. Zareen asked, what type of rings do you wear on your left hand? The stacking rings. These are actually birthstone rings, and I got these from James Avery, and they have a bunch of different stones, obviously for every month and stuff, and they're just cute because they do stack, and I like the way they look. So if you want to check those out, you could check out jamesavery.com, or they might have a James Avery in your mall. Bethany says, have you ever been to Europe? No, I have never been to Europe. I do want to go. And I think that would be really fun also to do like a meetup and stuff just with all my viewers that live over there, and I definitely am planning on doing that at some point in my life, but I have not had the chance to yet. Ellie says, are you superstitious? I would say a little bit. I mean, whenever I say something like I jinx myself, like if I say something and then like I don't want it to happen, I'll say knock on wood and then just like, knock on wood. Like I do that kind of stuff. But I'm not superstitious like with numbers and stuff necessarily, but I mean, I guess a little bit. I feel like I can jinx myself if like I say something then it might happen. Is anyone else like that or just me? Tracy says, how tall are you? I think I've answered this before, but I'm 5'5". Samantha says, what is your favorite hairstyle? I really like it when I'm just having a good hair day in general. Today was kind of one of those days where my hair just kind of did its own thing, but I liked the way it turned out. Basically what I did was I slept on it wet last night, so it got kind of really separated and piecey, so my layers, which I do have long layers, are kind of hard to see maybe, but I do have them, and so they ended up being really nice and separated. And then I took like a 3-inch curling wand, like a big barrel curling wand, and I put it through my hair today, and then it just kind of fell into like these really pretty soft volume, I guess. It's not really much of a style, but I like when my hair looks like this, just kind of effortlessly done, like not super tight curls or not really like a super intricate hairstyle, but it just looks like natural and pretty, and that's kind of like my favorite hairstyle. Although it's kind of hard to achieve because it only happens every few days when I'm having a good hair day. You guys know sometimes when you're just not having a good hair day, no matter what you do, your hair is just not going to look good. But today was a pretty good day for my hair. Samantha also says, what is your favorite high-end makeup brand? I like a lot of different makeup brands. I know you guys know that from my videos. I try to use high-end and drugstore products. I kind of don't really have a preference necessarily. I like different things from different brands, so that's kind of how it works for me. But as far as like high-end brands, I really like NARS, MAC of course as well, and probably, I think I'm really starting to like Benefit. Meg says, do you fight with your sisters? Also, in Molly's birthday video, I didn't see your parents. Were they with you? Yes, they were with me. My parents really just, it's not that they don't want to be on film, but they never like actively ask me to film them, of course. So I normally just film my sisters and stuff. And do we fight? Not as much. Molly and I used to kind of fight and bicker when we were younger, but now we don't really. Caitlin says, would you ever try out for cheer again? Because I thought you were really good. Probably not. I don't really have time for it right now, and I haven't done it for, 2 years almost, so I've lost, like, I guess flexibility and stuff that you would need to be a good cheerleader. But I really did enjoy it while I was doing it, and I do recommend it if you are wanting to get into cheerleading. I think it's really fun, and it's a nice team sport, and it's a fun way to get to hang out with your friends, and especially if you can join a team with some of your girlfriends. It's definitely a fun thing to do. So if you are interested in trying out, I would recommend it. And tips for tryouts are just smile and be excited, and of course try your best. Ronit says, what's your favorite thing to do on the weekends? I really like to go out on the lake now that it's a little bit warmer, and my friends and I do that. And I have a video of that actually on my vlog channel if you want to check it out. I also really like going to movies, and sometimes I like just staying in and reading. I'm actually really wanting to get like a Kindle or a Nook or something that I can like electronically read books on. So you guys can give me recommendations on that if you know, or any books that you would want to recommend me. My favorite one is probably The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. So if you have read that, or if you want to read that, and you know of any books that are similar, like kind of teen romance novels, let me know because those are what I love to read. Ashwari says, what do you want to become when you get older, and do you think you want to be a makeup artist? I'm pretty positive that I do not want to be a makeup artist. I like more than just makeup, I like beauty in general, so I really like fashion and hair and makeup. I don't just like makeup, and I think that's also why maybe I'm not that great at makeup, because it's not that interesting to me, I guess. Like, I like makeup products, but actually like the skill and the art form of makeup, I would rather just kind of do something in a more broad aspect of beauty. So I don't think I'll ever become an actual makeup artist. And as far as what I want to do with my life, it's still kind of up in the air. I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of just, I guess I probably should figure that out kind of soon. But I don't know, I just have so many interests and they kind of just go all different ways. So I'm still deciding what I would like to be when I grow up. Haley says, what is your favorite color? My favorite color would be yellow. And my favorite color for like wearing would probably be black or white. I really like wearing black and white. I know it's kind of boring, but I love doing like little pops of color with jewelry and accessories. Madeline says, do you get made fun of for being a beauty guru? People at my school think it's stupid and make fun of me for it. Yes, I definitely went through a period when people made fun of me for it. Some people still kind of mock me, but nothing major, and most people actually think it's pretty cool. If they look at all the things that I've accomplished with my channel, they now think it's somewhat impressive. So I feel like now it's kind of changed into, it's not so much like, oh, you're sitting in front of the camera, you're weird, whatever. Now it's more of, wow, you really did something, and I can see that you worked really hard on this, and obviously the cool opportunities that you get came from your hard work. So I feel like it just kind of took time for that to happen, but I definitely am happy with the way that it's turned out for me. Horton says, when was your first kiss? And I think I mentioned this before, but I was in 7th grade, so I guess like 13 or 12, and she said, what was it like? It was short and sweet, nothing really. Michelle says, what kind of music do you listen to the most? I listen to a ton of different stuff. I really love country. I mentioned that I like Luke Bryan and Brad Paisley. On my Pandora, I like The Fray. I really like Frank Ocean as well. But I'm always up to listening to new and different bands. So if you have any that you feel like I should check out, you can go ahead and leave me that in a comment as well, and I will go ahead and do that. Megan says, do you like sushi? And I do. Probably not the really adventurous type though. Katie says, how do I make a boy like me? And I think with boys, the most important thing to remember, and I think girls kind of get caught up in this, is you can't ever make someone like you. You can't force them into feeling, you know, a different way about you. You know, of course you can try to talk to them and try to get to know them and see if you guys have similar interests and if you get along, but just know that you can't change anyone's feelings. You can only be in charge of your own feelings. And that if someone doesn't like you, it's their loss, and it's something wrong with you, it just wasn't meant to work out. So I think that's a good way to look at things, and to just not get too hung up on boys if they don't like you or they do like you. Just know that you are in charge of your own feelings, but you really can't control how someone else feels. So those are all the questions I'm going to answer today. Again, thank you guys so much for leaving me the questions, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye everyone!